Namaskar. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me to this webinar, which, as you can see, covers a wide spectrum of subjects. I would also like to thank my principal, Reverend Father K. Mareddy. As a Sanskrit teacher and learner, my talk today would be based on the ancient Indian scriptures like the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Smritis, the epics, and the solutions therein for the prevention and treatment in general for the pandemic, and also about the environmental protection. Sanskrit literature is replete with lots of prescriptions to every sort of practical modern day challenges that an individual encounters in his or her personal life, family, social, and professional relationships. Sanskrit is a language for humanity. Speaking entirely in Sanskrit, addressing the inaugural session of the 16th World Sanskrit Conference in Bangkok on June 28, 2015, the then External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj said, "Knowledge in Sanskrit will go a long way in finding solutions to the contemporary problems like the global warming, unsustainable consumption, civilizational clashes, poverty, terrorism, etc." She suggested that Sanskrit should be propagated so that it purifies the minds of the people and thus sanctifies the whole world. Ms. Swaraj called it a modern and universal language and said its tradition is comparable to the holy river Ganges. Noting that today's need is a healthy amalgamation of the ancient and the modern, a meeting of the best in Orient and the Occident, she said, our efforts are to be directed towards narrowing the gap between the study of Shastras and science. Sanskrit is not merely a language, it is a world view. There is an unbroken tradition from time immemorial of Sanskrit's use as the medium of literature, philosophy, medicine, and science. The ways and means to fight against epidemics and pandemics are available in the Atharva Veda. Over 60% of Atharva Veda is devoted to Ayurveda. Charak Samhita is based on many chapters of the Ayurveda which deal with the causes of pandemics and possible ways to fight them. The Indian philosophy and the traditional life point out to the concept that the human being is part and parcel of the universe that comprises of the animates and the inanimate. Sham no aushadhir vanino bhavantu, sham no rajas saspati nirastu vishnuhu. Arthat, to us may herbs and forest trees be gracious, gracious the Lord, victorious of the region, it is said in the Rig Veda. The universe as such is dichotomous in its term as Chit and Achit. Chit is further divided into 4 groups, namely Sura, Nara, Tiryaka and Sthavar, the divine, the human beings, the fauna and the flora. The first 3 are different from the last as they possess mobility in opposition to its static position. The human being is positioned at the top of this ladder of creation, but this does not mean that he is different from the other. He, along with the other creations, undergoes the 6 stages of becoming, genesis, existence, alteration, growth, decay, and destruction as evinced by Nirukta. Shad bhava vikaraha bhavanti iti varshayanihi. Jayate, asti, viparinamate, vardhate, apakshiyate, vinashati iti. The Vedantic term sansar, that is metempsychosis, ensures the oneness of all creations under the eye of the Supreme Lord. Man has been in communication with nature from time immemorial. The Vedas, Upanishads, and other scriptures vouch for the enviable nature of the gift of plant kingdom with all the potentialities of creation. Further, the term vegetation, ullid, has been used to indicate the entire universe, and the creator has been described with the analogy of a tree as he alone, like a tree, stands unperturbed in the divine space. Vriksha iva stabdho divi tishthetyeka. This is given in the Shvetasvatar Upanishad. The Rigveda treated the earth as mother and the sky as father. Dyaurva Pita Prithvi Mata. The Puranas too have documented means for the protection of environment. It is explained that whatever benefit a person gets by begetting a child can be obtained by planting a tree. Ekopi ropito vrikshaha purya karya karo bhavet. Adoption of children is commonly known, but adopting trees and thereby protecting the environment is seen in the Puranas. This process is known as Taruputraka, by which one attains heaven as told in the Shiva Puran. A sensitive and mature person sees himself or herself as part of a wider scheme of creation in which everything is interdependent. Environmental awareness is understanding the interconnection of all things in a manner that respects the ecological balance. On a deeper level, environmental protection and awareness is an appreciation of the Lord with reference to the creation. In the Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 3, Lord Krishna points out to the natural laws and describes these very laws as an expression of the Lord. Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayantaha shreyah paramavapsyatha. Arthat, may you propitiate the deities by this worship. May the deities propitiate you in turn. Thus, propitiating each other, you will attain the highest goal, the moksha. Owing to lack of time, I am just giving here a brief overview of Ayurveda and yoga. Ayurveda is the treasure house of Indian medical knowledge. It is worshipped as Upaveda to Rigveda, and in Atharva Veda, many verses deal with Ayurvedic knowledge. Indian medical science has linked human thoughts to the human health and evolved the therapeutical knowledge ages ago. The purer and positive the thoughts, the better the health. Ayurvedic knowledge focuses mostly on prevention than cure. Today, modern medicine is slowly accepting the psychosomatic reasons for the advent of diseases. For this reason, yoga, Ayurveda, and naturopathy are becoming popular as alternative medicine to allopathy. Charak Samhita talks about a healthy person in the following lines. Samadoshaha samagnischa samadhatu malakriyaha prasannatmendriyaha manaha swastha itya vidhiyate. Arthat, in whom there is a balance of three doshas like the vata, pitta and kapha, 7 dhatus like lymph, blood, flesh, fatty tissues, bone, bone marrow and semen, and malakriya, that is proper balance excretion of feces, urine and sweat, and also who has control of sense organs and mind, such a person has been defined as a healthy person. Modern man's mechanical life invited many problems for him. Tension, depression, and pressure of commitments, drive from pillar to post, etc. Yoga is a panacea for all these problems. CEOs, managers, professionals, politicians, students, and housewives are religiously pursuing courses in yoga for a stress-free life. Yoga is the invaluable gift. Yoga is not limited to performing a few asanas for toning up the body muscles and mind relaxation. Yoga is a way of life. Yoga is not just a therapy to cure diseases. Yoga is the basis for the Indian culture and civilization. The word yoga means joining together or yoking together. It is the merging of the Jivatma, that is the self-consciousness, with the Paramatma, that is the cosmic consciousness. Lord Krishna exhorted the depressed Arjuna to fight the battle, and that wonderful conversation is the knowledge of yoga. Yoga gives the strength of mind to face the battles of life. Lord Krishna deals with yoga in 18 chapters from various points of view. Krishna defines yoga as Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, that is, obtaining the evenness of mind is called yoga, or obtaining balance of life is called yoga. He further says, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam, achieving work excellence is yoga. I would like to conclude with a few Shanti mantras given in the Upanishads. Shanti mantra is chanted to calm the mind of the reciter and the nature around him or her. Traditionally, a Shanti mantra is chanted with the 3 recitations of the word Shanti, which is believed to remove obstacles and calm the 3 reals, that is, physical, Adhibhautika, divine, Adhidaivika, and internal, that is, Adhyatmic. Om Dyauhu Shantihi, Antarikshah Shantihi, Prithvi Shantihi, Apaha Shantihi, Aushadah Shantihi, Vanaspatayah Shantihi, Vishwadevaha, Shantir Brahma Shantihi, Sarvam Shantihi, Shantireva Shantihi, Sa Ma Shantiredhihi, Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Arthat, may harmony transit there in the entire sky, just as in the tremendous ethereal space all over the world. May harmony rule all over this world in water and in all herbs, trees and creepers. May harmony stream over the entire universe. May harmony be in the Supreme Being Brahman. Also, may there consistently exist in all harmony and harmony alone. Om, harmony, harmony and harmony to us and all creatures. Om Sarve api sukhinas santu, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Arthat, may all be happy, may all be free from diseases, may all enjoy prosperity, may none experience sorrow. Om Peace, Peace and Peace. I thank once again the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Actually, these Shanti mantras and Shanti patas can itself be a subject matter of webinar, as almost each of the Upanishads have their own Shanti mantras, which you can call as a garland of flowers or a bouquet. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.